Cho'Gath, Trundle, and the Tahm Kench would disengage, and Kuro's just going to jump straight onto the Fizz. Second Fizz of the season after. Know sort of what I'm talking about.
Mickey Mantle, I know he was a player.
Why do you know about UCal?
Level 6, the Fizz popping off already. First blood to Mowgli, though the bubble is going to go down onto Kuro. And now Score trying to get ahead here. Mowgli being safe decides to ahead and being aggressive in that lane. And you were talking about this duo, Mowgli and Kuro on the Fizz Kindred, going to be able to take control of the mid lane. So they want to get this turret, but you'll notice that Score in the mid lane with the Rift Herald going to lay that down, try to trade the mid turret, which is better in terms of positioning and map presence, but they will lose the first blood turret to Afreeca.
As general analysis, you're completely correct, but do consider...
We were looking at the Cloud Drake, Zoe, UCal, and Mata decide to recall, and Afreeca just take another free Cloud Drake to endlessly pushing in the bottom side with the Ezreal. Tahm Kench decides that he's not ready to fight until he gets that Muramana, perhaps. Suicide, we're talking, 10, 15-second Barons, right? They have control fully over the bottom side river. KT gonna deny that second Mountain Drake.
KT the one with control for the first time this game on the bottom side, so they do take the Drake.
For interaction here is Afreeca. Red buff on the Kindred, and Deft with the magnificent respect, but he is going to get hit by that Fizz ultimate. See you later. Did not have Arcane Shift or
let's see what happens.
Just like the sleep isn't going to get hit anyone. Here comes Deuce trying to engage. Fantastic follow-up there from Keen. Now Smeb and Mana on the run. They're only going to stun up this Cho'Gath, who is so tanky. Even as the stopwatch, he's not going to go down. The follow-up here, though, onto Score is going to be shut down. Pick up this other turret. As with the TP that Deft did commit to the top side, does net them another. He's waiting for that flank. He's gonna find Deft again. We are gonna have Mata nearby. He does get the Devour, but the knock up there from the Yasuo is gonna get the kill onto the Tahm Kench. Deft does get away with his life, but Afreeca, they pick off another one. Far onto them.
Seraph's up on the Ezreal now, so has got the fully stacked double tier build. That being said, the ult hit Mowgli without clipping anyone else. It only did about 400 damage, so it's not going to be ending the game.
Oh, they're looking for it. There's the knockup. They finally find the Cho'Gath, but Mata, he's going to be in position, and he does get that Devour. Means that he does survive, but the follow-up, the dodge onto Score here, but he is so tanky with the Trundle ultimate. Now that poke coming through, aiming getting a little bit low here, as is Mowgli. Lamb's Respite is going to have to come out here. The turn, it only hits the Cho'Gath, and now they're on the run. KT looking for a pick, but even the Gragas looking to get away. Flashing forward here is UCal. Can he even kill the Morgana? The answer is going to be no. And they do, and they have that one Mountain Drake. Look at how aggressive Keen is getting. He's looking to deny that DPS with the cast. Here comes Kuro looking for it, but the Feast comes in. Aiming on the backside. There's the stopwatch on Amada. He's looking for the knockup. He gets two people trying to get onto Deft here. He is almost going to take him out. Kuro looking to finish the job, and he does, but he does go down himself. Mowgli still on the chase, is going to be able to get that Tahm Kench. And now Smeb looks like he's all alone, and aiming has hunted down UCal as well. Should be the 4 kills going over to Afreeca. Only Score surviving until this moment. It's 35 minutes into the game. If you guys took a little nap during this one, you might have missed some of that time going by. The death timer is definitely really important, still a long time. And it should be the inhibitor here going down in the top lane by Afreeca. It's only Score once again with that Baron buff, and himself alone not going to be able to stop this push. Really awkward position for Afreeca. Not sure about that one, but it looks like Mowgli was on top of their
spawn. But the Elder around the 43-minute mark. Kuro walks up. They're going to take this inhibitor down. They did have a huge minion wave. They will draw Ezreal. That means they will take this outer turret. So side wave control has worked really well. Previously getting that inhibitor.
Mark on it right now. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Mentioning what the Tahm Kench can do. Look at this, and okay, they get the knock up here on a Score. He's really tanky, but this Afreeca team is so far ahead. Trying to take him down, he is going to flash away. It's taken so long to eventually take him out, but there he does go down. Binding is going to land on a Cho'Gath. Keen taking a little bit of damage himself, but they get the jungler away from KT. Where will Afreeca turn from here?
Well, Baron spawns in 10 seconds. You see that Afreeca is happy to take a frontliner, and they make it so that KT have no one to damage. Now they're trying again.
Oh, they get the binding there, and the Devour is down. They get the knock up here onto Mata, but Smeb is all alone. Kuro, he just pushes them away. He does that burst to death and says, Freecs get out of the fight. Gonna take down Smeb and push everybody else away. And they're not done just yet. They want to get this catfish. Looks like they might be able to. There's the knock-up. And they're looking for more. The flash on into Deft as well. He's going to get solo. UCal trying his best to carry this team by himself. But it's not looking too lucky for him, as Afreeca going to win the fight in a big way.
They're going to fall back. They're going to take at least another inhibitor in the mid lane, you'd have to imagine, unless they actually have high priority elsewhere as Kuro.
They found him. There's the ace. Kuro doing big things on this fish, and now they're just pushing on in. The death timer's way too long right now. You still got 50 seconds on Zoe, 40 on Ezreal. You really have no DPS. It looks like Afreeca gonna go for the win.
So instead he wins the race, say the Afreeca Freecs score trying to proxy the minions, but it's not gonna be enough. This should be game one easily to the Afreeca Freecs.
There you have it, gonna take down that second Nexus turret. Afreeca in a big way, gonna take down KT Rolster in game number one.
Sometimes.
Thinking about another pick here. It looks like we will have the Gnar coming through. So, in fact, probably going to be the Gragas into the...
Mundo doesn't have an interrupt, so he doesn't care about him. That means first turret, and somehow Afreeca seem to have opted into. If they don't start going soon, they may never go at all.
Just a half-hearted attempt.
They didn't have the ward set up, but they had the numbers, so they're able to push up and abuse back timers to pick up their first objective of the...
It's been the score show in the jungle, that's for sure. But now they're looking for Kuro. There's the knock-up. Super easy. 1, 2, 3. And that's that combination you're always looking for between the Gragas and the Yasuo. It's just another thing to put into the back of the mind. Actually, nice pull into the trouble bubble here. They're going to look to burst down the Gnar. And look at that damage from the Paddle Star and the Cleaver.
And the Yasuo is a very decent matchup into the Zoe to make things work in a significant way, and the Dross have repeated themselves in amusing fashion game one into game two. Afreeca on the push though in two different lanes. We see KT collapsing in mid.
You notice what aiming can do. I mean, we saw Genji doing this in the beginning of summer. We were talking about how it was genius, so we haven't seen it from them. KT looking to take another Drake. This time it's not going to be Mountain or Cloud.
Afreeca can either set up a huge outplay or see a KT mistake. Speaking of outplays.
There it is, the Devour comes in, but the two people are mixed up in it. Tucson is going to have that stopwatch, and he gets the great help. And look at the back line. We have Keen going nuts there. Mowgli going to help him out too. And Deft all alone, trying to 1v2, is nearly able to do it, but he is going to go down in the end, gets punished for it. And look at Keen. Nobody can take him out just yet. That ultimate is going to finally tick out as he runs out of time, but Afreeca able to win the fight 2-0 in their favor as the Swain. That's one of the worst feelings for you guys who play a lot of Swain. I'll hold that thought as KT looking to go for the engage in the backside. They do get Tushin with the knockup, but where's the Yasuo? No follow-up engage here from KT. They do have the Mundo though in a bit of a bad spot here, and the Devour comes in to save his life, just barely. Tushin once again gonna save his team from nearly instant death. We'll see if Afreeca can turn this around. They're still poking. The trouble bubble is going to land on the Gragas, but he's got his own stopwatch to get out of dodge there as another crazy fight happens on the Rift.
Afreeca playing out of the mines in the last couple of fights. Smeb will take the trouble bubble, but should be blocked by Mata.
Okay, they're going to taunt him in, and there are the mechanics of KT coming in, trying to get the Devour. He gets it again! Tucson, the perfect positioning, is going to be able to save his team. The tornado coming through there from the Yasuo isn't able to get on top of Kuro in the backline. And so
will make these fights even stronger. So the execution needs to continue. Mowgli tries to steal, doesn't get it.
Trying to get that Ocean Drake, and now he's going to kidnap two people. Score getting solo. They do take it out, but look at UCal in the backline, and Deft just ulting 5 members there. Kuro's still alive, but he is going to get low. Look at aiming. Goes down to Smeb alone, and Mowgli just gets caught by everyone else. The Mundo is going to get away, but that is a one-team fight here for KT. They're still chasing the Mundo. See if this actually does work out, as it is Keen on this ridiculous pick. UCal against Keen. Keen probably wins, but he's got the rest of his team following up.
He's denying a Baron by wasting so much time, such as Mundo.
He's got his ult working.
Where does he please to go?
Someone start the music, please.
Can he buy from the enemy shop? Get in there. Buy some nice items.
Okay, I mean, he's just delaying so much time, right? He's not going to get any kills. He's not going to be able to execute himself. And meanwhile, they're looking for Smeb down here on the bottom side.
The Yakety Sax music sounding pretty loud, Valdez.
I can definitely hear it beginning to turn on as Spo is finally getting on the page. If they get Smeb here, that's going to be really big because eventually the Mundo will spawn. Smeb trying to do his best. Kuro actually gets low, but he does.
Spotted. He is now.
They get him now. Cask is going to miss. They're trying to get the Tauntaun in. Here comes Mowgli with the big knock-up. Def taking so much damage, and he got it! Mowgli with the huge steal in the back line, and Def goes down 2. But can Yucal take everyone out? He's getting extremely low. Zoe is able to show up, and here's the Mundo. Make that 2 extra kills for Afreeca after getting the Baron and an MVP play from
previous game. And even in the late game, those misplays from KT happen again and again, and the game might just end here.
It might just. We have a big wave coming on in. So many range minions, and they have incredible poke and all the buffs on the side of Afreeca. Not sure that they're going to take this one, though. They are going to respect the Gnar and the Shen to delay.
Timings where KT are on paper super set up to beat Afreeca Freecs. We're basically at that point, and Afreeca picking up a Baron is not part of the script for KT Rolster.
The push coming on in here. They don't have the Banner in command anymore, but it doesn't look like they need it. A poke comp that has the Baron is one of the strongest moments for the composition. Smeb trying to get into his Mega Gnar form, but Score's going to get locked up here. Tornado coming forward from Yucal, coming from the side though here. Able to knock up 2 people there. Kuro getting solo, and Yasuo is able to take out 2 with the help of Smeb, and the rest of Afreeca is on the run here. Aiming, not able to kill anyone on the back foot, and he is going to go down with 2 other members. Afreeca, though, looking for the mid lane. Take a look at Mowgli.
Gonna lose at least 1. Here it goes, next to start 1 down.
Yeah, Mowgli not gonna go for it, just gonna let that one fly. 1 Nexus turret is gonna go down. It looks like the second one
to pick up those kills, and yet, as we can see in the picture-in-picture, all they're gonna get is now a mid lane turret.
About it, but Afreeca, they're so fine to just delay. Look at that massive wave up in the top side. That's a wave big enough to take out the turret by itself. They get the sleep on a Def, and he nearly dies in the back line. Look at Mowgli trying to get onto Def, but the Stamina United will keep him alive for now. And now Keen just going 1v3, aiming and Tucson gonna go over the wall. They find Mana in the back line, they take him out, and the Mundo just does not die. All of the focus there from KT. Now they're trying to stop Yucal. He's gonna get the Mundo finally. Gonna dodge that tornado now, is aiming, but he finally does go down. And the fight, we predicted it would go to KT, but look at that top lane. Looks like it should go down this inhibitor, even with the TP coming in.
He has to TP in, otherwise it could just kill the last Nexus turret.
The bot side. See if any steal can come in. The
it's
TP
very late.
It's going to come in now, but it doesn't look like Score's in position, and Top Kent with the second smite. He's going to get him, and aiming is so low, and he is going to be taken out. The kidnap here from the Zac isn't going to mean anything. Tucson just trying to save Keen's life. They get the Baron, but 2 kills do go over to KT. Make that 3, and look at the main base. The turret in the bot side goes out, and look at the Nexus.
The Winions aren't going to end the game, but Keen is walking up. He wants another inhibitor.
And you know what? I mean, look at the Nexus. It's open for now. KT, not all of them are backing. Yucal still pushing. Keen, I'm not sure about this one.
He can't do it. This dodge field also is stopping him. Keen, this is just a mistake.
Okay, definitely a moment.
So remember, he doesn't have any allies. That's why they're trying to do it. He was trying to delay. He gets 2 people. The minions are still going. Can they end the game? 15 seconds till anyone respawns from Afreeca.
Doesn't look like they have a big enough minion wave. It's just that one lonely ranged minion, and that's gonna be, it's gonna be big. Aiming, trying to do his best to steal that one. Not going to come through, and this time Score.
Big grouping, so it's going to be a very strong push when those minions come forward. KT finally able to play
their team down on the bottom side. They have the big push happening here, and it looks like they will just take the inhibitor. This is what I was talking about. Afreeca, they just don't want to fight, right? They don't feel like they can without significant poke, so how can they avoid a fight for that long? The question is, or rather the answer is, you let your inhibitors die. You just get pushed in.
A little bit more patient.
Yep. They're just waiting on it, waiting for that big moment. You know, they have 2 inhibitors down compared to 0, but look at this, the rotations here from Afreeca trying to get on top of Smeb, and wow, the damage coming out of Kuro now. The Stand United onto him, but they're gonna pop his CA. Coming from behind here is UCal and Deft, but it's 3v5 right now. Smeb is gonna go down, and all of a sudden this fight is going one way. That's toward Afreeca, but Deft in the backline is gonna be slapped. UCal trying to go 1v4. We'll see if he can do it. He's gonna get on top of aiming, flashing forward the big devour.
How many can get?
Both of them go down. He's still got his GA. Keen's super tanky, but that's a double kill already for UCal. And it doesn't look like anyone else from Afreeca can stop them as KT finally get that team fight. It was looking good for Afreeca, but KT gonna win it in a big way.
Daddy UCal's gonna win this game for them. No one can take him. Send 2, send 3, find 6. You won't beat him. They're looking to close it here, KT.
Yasuo just way too far ahead. Even gonna knock up the Mundo and look for another kill here. But you can tell that Keen and Mowgli just trying to delay this one. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. The double taunt's coming on in. KT still thinking about a fight. All this CC and UCal, he's finally had enough. He is gonna turn onto Keen and onto Mowgli, and that's gonna do it. The fans finally realize it. As Papa Smithy has 30 seconds ago, this is gonna go over to KT, and we will have a game number 3 onto the Rift.
Every game, baby, we're going 3. This will be the 5th in a row. We're going to
like they're waiting for a mid laner, and there it is. The Fizz gets locked in again. And this will be up against the Swain in the
game
mid
number 1. We have to remember. Well, let's hold the point.
That's going to be the ult first blood, the easiest solo kill you've ever seen.
The whole point of going Klepto initially. Score could also be camping for him, and speaking of camps.
I was worried about the 2v1, but the 3v1, can they pull it off? Keen is going to apprehend them both, but actually they didn't even need Mata to come in. Just saves his... He had some good looks in game 2, and unfortunately Mata is here again. This is his Rift. And he is going to get another kill for his team. Nicely. Still has the stopwatch, and the threat of that is really helping him out. Fish comes down, but Score was right behind him, putting down the Rift Herald, and all of a sudden, Kuro and Mowgli kind of just awkwardly standing here, but they're looking for the engage now. Score is going to be popped on in. Here's Tushin with the big ultimate onto 2 members. Nice devour onto Score, but he is going to go down in the end. The apprehend now onto Mata should be able to take him out. 1 kill will go over to UCal up in the top side, and they do get that turret in the mid lane, the first blood turret for this KT team. Oh, Keen looking to get aggressive, will get the apprehend here, and with red buff on a Darius, what is Smeb gonna do? No stopwatch this time around, is gonna eat those oranges, and he is kiting him, but it's not enough. Keen with another solo kill onto this gangplank, and he makes it look so easy.
Even with a summoner disadvantage, no way to get away. Score trying to cut up to Keen.
Mowgli takes that escape route away. Keen with no ultimate available this time around, just trying to bleed him down, and he does get the kill, but goes down to UCal. The daddy is back. He gets up a kill for himself. Nice dodging by Keen, and Mowgli says, F you, Keen, I'm out of here.
Speaking of, in the minimap.
See you later. Oh, okay, there you go. Tucson goes down. As finally, that 2v2 happens for Deft and Mata. They get the kills they've been looking for.
To move up the lane is Tucson. When you max Q, the return damage is so much bigger than you first assume. Mowgli trying to stay here and ult just on the minions.
Oh boy, Kramer moving forward into 3 members, and UCal says, hello, I'm gonna take you out. Score, he's gonna pick up the kill for himself, because why not?
That's a really poor read on the map by Kramer. He just didn't have any situational awareness. Everyone was missing, except the gangplank from the side of KT. Thought he could ult the minion wave and get away. No, 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 is the response to that. Keen, in the meantime, gonna take down the top turret solo, and well, one person has 5 kills, the other person has
level 13. Matching UCal up there, but he does have the highest damage. Certainly will be UCal up against Keen.
Get a structure.
Yeah. You mentioned how Mata wants to show up and be the better Tom Kent of this.
Trading farms with the GP, as the fish does miss.
Oh, and Tucson trying to run away. He's 4 levels down, and here's Mata. No more Black Shield for you. He is going to stopwatch after ultimating here. But the Chains of Corruption coming in, and goodbye Morgana, as he will be missed. And that means that the fight is going to be huge on the side of KT. Now, Keen going to be run down, as well as Kuro, who is going to stopwatch, even though he will definitely die on the back side of that. So 2 kills, a bit of a mistake there. Too aggressive from Tucson.
It's another illustration of the jungle difference. KT run this map. They decide they want the red buff side. They'll take it. Score walks over. Score's ability to just control every movement of Mowgli is the biggest separator between the two teams. Bigger than the Darius, bigger than the Swain in the mid lane. And that just means that Afreeca are making low percentage plays and getting caught while doing it.
KT, they've just played a fantastic macro game. Mata is just...
They're probably not itemized to win. They definitely will reach a tipping point, as we've said, about red side draft lane was going.
You can tell that he's getting frustrated, and this is going to be even more frustrating for Afreeca. Nice wraparound here from KT. They're going to get behind and punish that Morgana again, as Yukal is just so unbelievably fast. The flash forward from Def. He is running this rift as he does get another kill here for his... Now's the time to get excited. Get excited now. Looks like they're very far ahead in this game. They're going to take down the Baron, and they're about 9,000 gold.
I tend to agree that KT are super far ahead, but anything's possible, Valdez.
Hey, I mean, Skort could get caught here, but they have Tom Kent's, right?
KT walk up again, a couple of autos. Base broken in the mid lane.
You can see Keen is just trying so hard. He's level 17. They want the engage. They're looking for Yukal here, but he's got that zone. He's going to actually flash away here. Not ready to go. Mowgli is, though, going to have to flash away from that one as well. Keen getting low, and nobody else on his team is fed enough to help him out. He's at half health, and he's forced to back away.
There's no threat behind the impressive scaling from Afreeca. They haven't scaled yet. They need more time, and KT will give them no quarter.
Yeah, even the top lane is pushing in as we...
It's so hard to pop them because of the magic resist, because of the itemization, but here we go.
Okay, they get onto the Varius, but the Cascaway onto Mana. There's 2 members here, but oh, Tucson just disappears. But here we go, Keen in the backline. Mowgli's gonna die. Can Keen go 1v4? He is gonna stopwatch. Kramer is gonna survive for now. Keen not able to just do it. Gets the 1 auto onto Def, but again, he's all alone. The Abyssal Voyage into the mid lane, and it looks like KT, they've gotten far enough ahead that they're not going to throw it, and it looks like they should be able to take game 3.
The KT reverse sweep's going to happen, Valdez, in front of your eyes. Get excited, KT fans. You wanted to win, you needed to win, you get one today.
You deserved it. You finally get excited, like I told you, and they take the win here in game number 3. 33 minutes, the shortest one of the series, and KT Rolster will do it here. They take a win.